Assalamu alaikum, this is Abdul Ghani hosting program for Wales Pakistan. Viewers, Pakistan economy has been facing challenges since 1947. The import problems, export challenges, the trade imbalance and the fragile agricultural policy in Pakistan have created mess in Pakistan's economy. To discuss these problems and their solutions, we are joined today with a prominent parliamentarian in Pakistan, Dr Ikhtiyar Baig. Thank you, Doctor, for joining us today. The Standing Committee on Commerce, you being the very important and key member of the Standing Committee on Commerce of National Assembly of Pakistan. The Pakistan's export-import balance has been very tumultuous, and recently the Commerce Committee on National Assembly has also expressed deep concerns on the trade imbalance between Pakistan and China. What do you think? What are the main or key important factors that have deepened these trade imbalances between Pakistan and China? Keeping in view, China is very important economic ally of Pakistan.
See, China is one of those main markets for us. But when you talk about trade between Pakistan and China, he's been always in favor of China. We don't expect to be in favor of Pakistan, but at least we want the export from Pakistan should enhance. The first FTA which was signed between Pakistan and China, it was one-sided. It was supporting only China. So export from China to increase around $20 billion plus.
Okay.
Whereas export from Pakistan was 1 billion hardly. That was a serious concern. So we take up the matter. Shahid Khaqan Abbasi as Prime Minister was going China for signing second phase of FTA with China, and we told them don't sign it now. We have to do some work, and we have to let China allow us
and this was
more.
2018.
When Shahid Khaqan Abbasi was the Prime Minister. So he cancelled, we dropped from the agenda for signing of the second phase of FTA with China, and we told them that China should allow us more items duty-free export to China. And finally, China has allowed us 313 items duty-free export, including textile items. And from there, export to China has been gradually increasing. Now we are at $2.4 billion, which has been virtually double of what it used to be. But it's still long gap because China export is 20 billion, Pakistan export is 2.5 billion. So we have to ask more duty-free items. We have to request China to grant duty-free status of more textile items to be exported to China to bridge the gap. Because right now we are talking about $17 billion surplus in favor of China, which is not acceptable to government, to business community, to policy makers. So we are trying our best to let either the third phase of FTA be more liberal towards Pakistan, allowing more items duty-free export to China, so that we can at least reach to $4-5 billion, whereas China's export is $20 billion.
Doctor, no doubt Pakistan has very structural problems in its economy. Though its failure of agriculture policy, the import and export quotas have always been the problem in this country's economy. But recently, we have seen, according to recent data of Trade and Development Authority of Pakistan, Pakistan's total exports stands at 5.1 billion, which is a good sign of economy, I think. What are your views and how this figure can be enhanced or accelerated, keeping in view the current economic conditions of Pakistan?
No, you mean so the total export of Pakistan is 5 billion?
$5.1 billion.
You may be talking about few months or certain period.
July.
No, but I will talk in a more broader term. The export from Pakistan has reached up to $32 billion per annum.
Okay.
It's reached highest $33 billion per annum. And our imports are increasing more rapidly, thereby causing more trade deficit. Pakistan is exporting less and importing more items. So there was a time when the trade deficit was even $50 billion, but now the trade deficit is much lesser. Our export total is about 32 billion dollar, and our exports were changing the strategy by focusing on non-conventional market and non-conventional products. So far we've been working on 10 products and 10 market. I will explain you. So far we've been working on 10 products, 10 markets. Means America, European Union, Middle East, Gulf countries, our market. We have never tapped business for African market. South Africa. We have not tapped business of Central Asian market. Totally, Middle East. So now we wanted to switch over from conventional market to non-conventional market. Conventional is this old market where we used to remit. We used to export America #1, then European Union, then England, then other countries, Gulf, Saudi Arabia. These are called conventional market. And conventional product is rice, textile, yarn, knitwear, and pharmaceutical product and similar. These are all called, this is sports goods, surgical goods, these are all, and leather goods, carpet export. These are called conventional products. We have to go out of this conventional markets and conventional product to non-conventional market and non-conventional product. Non-conventional market, we have to add Africa, which is a potential market. We have to add Central Asian countries, this very potential market. And non-conventional products means now we should focus on minerals, we should focus on artificial intelligence, we should focus on IT, we should focus on agriculture product. So this is a mindset that need to be changed from the old traditional strategy of exporting. We have to adopt newer market and newer products.
Okay, since you have mentioned the Pakistan's exports trade extends at $30 billion, don't you think Pakistan has to exercise or implement the import substitution strategy? You being very important and key member of Standing Committee on Commerce, and we have seen you have been very active in this as well. You have a deep insight of economy as well. Don't you think Pakistan needs
either you increase the export to earn $1, or you make import substitution to save $1. Less import. So choice is yours. Nobody is stopping you to enhance export, but at the same time you should go for import substitution. There's a lot of items we are importing, raw material particularly, dyes, chemical, polyester fiber. We should make all this raw material locally, and it will be import substitution. So if you cannot increase your export with the same quantum, at least you can do import substitution by curtailing the imports, saving the dollars and protecting your foreign reserves.
Is government heading, or is there any strategy in line for import substitution? I mean,
there is an import substitution.
We have heard in headlines that energy or food substitution is being implemented, or the policy is being strategized in the recent time.
The import substitution is directly manufacturing of the raw material locally in Pakistan rather than importing it from abroad to save foreign exchange. We are spending on imports of the raw material.
You really think Pakistan has potential at least for raw materials?
Pakistan make raw material. We was importing polyester fiber, man-made fiber. We have industries here which are already manufacturing man-made fiber, polyester fiber. But still we are importing because those are little cheaper. We are importing from Korea. So we have to make competitive products locally, so no need to import from abroad.
Okay, fine, Doctor. I must ask a very important question. But you have been main of our in the National Assembly's Standing Committee in Commerce. You were in charge of the committee. You were heading the committee, and you recommended basically the deregulation of sugar.
Yeah.
And you provided recommendations for the deregulation of sugar to curtail the prices for this country's economy for the common people. What were the recommendations basically?
There was a...
Really think this can be implemented in this
Yes, I will explain you. There was increase in the sugar prices from 110, 20, 30, 50, 60, 200 plus.
Yeah.
Okay, and when we've seen what has happened, the wrong inventory position was giving, and they said we have excess of sugar, let's export it. Okay, they exported it and got the rebate. Then after some time they say the inventory figure says sugar is short, so there will be crisis. Let's import it. So they imported it, much higher price, and then there was 47.5% taxes, duties. They said if the taxes are charged, sugar price will be about 300 rupees. So government was under pressure. So instead of 4.7%, they only charge 0.5% and waive 47%. So I was giving a task to chair the committee for sugar prices manipulation, and I called all the stakeholders. Sugar Advisory Board was there, Competitive Commission of Pakistan was there, SCCP was there. We got the list of the company, the Pakistan Association of Sugar Association of Pakistan was there, and finally I've submitted a recommendation that this sector must be deregulated. This sector must be deregulated, because if government involvement is there, political pressure, after 2 years, 3 years, this thing is happening. We are first exporting it, and then we are importing it high price. We're waiving the taxes and duties. We're claiming rebate on the export, and poor man suffer. Still, he has to pay more than 200 rupees per kilo sugar price at times. It reached that high. So I said, sugar sector must be deregulated. Second thing, Sugar Advisory Board be reconstituted, bringing people from private sector, from federation, from Chamber of Commerce. So far, the people in the Sugar Advisory Board are all bureaucrats, and they are making decisions. I think private sector should be there. They are stakeholder, equally involved in decision making, so that the right decision could be made. So my report was very much liked by the people. Yesterday you have seen, they appreciated it, and today they have recommended to the main committee, and I'm very, very hopeful that not only I've also recommended to take action against people who are involved. And for the first time we got SCCP list who the real owner of sugar mills, and they're all big politicians. So
you did you identified basically the culprits who
I won't call them culprit, but CCP, Competitive Commission of Pakistan, has said that Sugar Association of Pakistan is the main factor behind in this manipulation of the prices of the sugar in Pakistan.
Okay, perfect. Hopefully, Pakistan has the lowest price of sugar, as we have seen in our neighboring countries. India and Bangladesh are offering very low prices of sugar.
Yeah, but if it is not in a government sector, then their chances sugar prices will be at is the normal level. But if the government involvement is there, let the import export be free by the private sector, okay, and let them suffer if they make a mistake, or let them gain if they make a right decision. So, government, it's not government job to do business. Importing sugar, importing wheat, importing urea. Let it be the private sector's business. So deregulate all these things.
Dr. Baig, you have been very public figure in businesses or in politics. You have been very attached to the common people in your constituency. We have seen, we have observed as well. You hear the problems of the common man. But I would ask, what is basically the GSP plus status of Pakistan currently? Because it is a problem, or GSP plus status, they always favored Pakistan's economy, but recently it revoked Pakistan's status due to some labor or human rights issues.
See, I was involved in GSP plus in Yusuf Raza Gilani's government, and I submitted a revised proposal for grant of GSP plus, which is duty-free status for Pakistan. And then Chaudhary Sarwar, my friend, helped in European Union lobbying. So we worked very hard for it. There was 27 treaties which were signed by Pakistan. And this is a child labor is there, human rights is there, and some minority capital punishment, phansi ki saza, vagara vagara. And now we are signatories to 27 treaties. It means we have to obey. We have to obey those 27 treaties which we have signed, which also includes this capital punishment and human rights violation, minority rights and child labor. And in some cases in Pakistan, there was some violation, and those are reported there. So at the renewal of GSP plus, we have to clarify our position why these things which were against the treaty took place in Pakistan. Otherwise, granting of duty-free status or GSP plus status will be difficult.
Dr. Baig, we have always seen making Pakistan strategy. Either it is political or real economic trump for Pakistan. We have seen our regional neighboring countries, even Bangladesh or India, have implemented their strategies very successfully. Make in India, make in Bangladesh. Make in Pakistan, can we happen in Pakistan?
We've not been very successful in achieving this, but the government is trying its best. We are trying its best. When we go foreign exhibitions, the product which we display very proudly is made in Pakistan. But it is not what we sell to the foreigner. Also, our local people should change their mind to buy those things which are made in Pakistan. But our mentality and psyche is different. We look made in UK or made in USA. When we look at made in Pakistan, they are reluctant to buy. So I think the psyche must be changed, and we should give preference to products made in Pakistan, because we have the best skill, we have the best raw material, designing, reliability. I don't see any issue.
But we believe
our product, like cutlery sets, or this is in surgery, the Pakistani product which you use, medical instruments, they are made Pakistani. They are bought in Germany.
For the equipment.
In Germany, they put their brand and they export to America.
We basically sell to Germany, and Germany
put their stamp
and then sell
and
to
they
the world.
export. So, the surgical goods are 90% made in Pakistan, supplied to Europe, where they put their brand, known brand, and exporting it to America or Europe and other places.
And like you said, like sugar, we again import those
And we import those
equipments at a heavy cost.
those brands very proudly made in Germany, but they are actually made in Pakistan. So this is the psyche which we must change. We should respect and trust Pakistani brand, which are equally good.
Dr. Baig, you have been to China, and I believe you have a very good experience of China. And Pakistan and China economic relations have always been monitoring relations, though economic or political. Recently, Pakistan and China have a good ties of related to CPEC. How do you see these relationships going towards in 2030?
See, recently SN Iqbal Sahab was in China for the second phase of CPEC, and all those projects which are second phase of CPEC was not only going to start, but they will be implemented within the time frame. So this is a good sign. People was having a doubt that after the first phase, second phase will be delayed or will not start. So continue the second phase, shows trust of the investors, shows trust of China on Pakistan and Pakistan policies. Yes, there were some issues which has made them uncomfortable, like some payments of their IPPs been delayed. Pakistan is asking for extension. They are asking for immediate payment. But we have recently taken loan from the 18 banks, 1.2 trillion rupees, to reduce the circular debt. In other words, to pay the IPPs, including Chinese IPP. So things have been addressed late, but have been addressed, making them satisfied, and things are now on the move.
So Chinese are happy now with the IPP?
They are on the move now because they got the money for the IPP's outstanding amount, which they've been demanding from long time. So one of their demand is fulfilled.
Dr. Baig, we have seen the multinational companies leaving Pakistan, and this is basically a hurdle for them to exercise or doing their business in this great country, which has great resources as well. But what are the main factors that are causing these great multinational companies leaving Pakistan? What are the main factors do you think should also be addressed?
Recently, PNG has sent a letter and reported stock exchange that they will be leaving, and their distribution operations will be suspended. Same time, Gul Ahmed also has reported stock exchange that they are stopping their apparel and garments manufacturing facilities. Before that, Shell, Pfizer, Bayers, and Aventis, these are the big companies, the Yamaha, those who closed down their operation. So one of the common factor to all is increasing cost of production. These people came to Pakistan not because of your love and my love. They came to Pakistan because they were making good profit. Now, why they are not been able to make profit? Because income tax has reached up to 60% on a corporate sector. 39% is standard income tax, 10% super tax, 5% WPPF, 4% WCP, 1.25 minimum advanced turnover tax. Total is about 60%. So if company multinational making 1 billion profit, they have to pay 60 crore to government in different taxes. So this is one reason that is highest in the world. And then there is other factor, the increasing cost of power, gas, the markup rate. It should be single digit because inflation has come down, but they are not bringing it down. So it's still 11-12% plus some bank keep 1%, 2% cushion is a higher markup rate to be charged on the financing. So I strongly recommend, instead of getting upset why these companies left, what was the reason that has forced these companies to left? And these are the reasons the government should contain and control.
Okay, at the same time, I must ask, Pakistan has a very good plethora of SMEs, small and medium enterprises. But Pakistan has also a great chunk of tax from these SMEs as well. Don't you think SMEs should be given protection by the government and these SMEs indigenous?
See, protection is a wrong word. Nowadays, trade, there is nothing called subsidy, nothing called protection. The companies should work on their own muscles.
Okay.
अपनी ताकत पे काम करना है उन्होंने. IMF don't accept any subsidy. They've asked government to withdraw all the subsidy to finish it now. You have to make the industries and companies viable. SMEs was issued new prudential regulation to borrow from the bank against cash flow basis. Because they are small companies, they cannot pledge. गिरवी नहीं रखवा सकते वो अपनी factories. So, in new regulations, prudential regulation was made, and I was heading Federation of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce Standing Committee on Banking, that now the bank can lend to the SMEs on their cash flow basis. Means if the cash flow is good, enough generation is there, bank feel they can pay up our loan, bank should give them. But bank actually has not accepted this prudential regulation. Still they say, okay, let your factory be mortgaged with the bank. So these are the issues. So bank is getting very high markup. SMEs are getting very higher bank's markup. And second, bank is not following the new prudential regulation where you can finance SMEs on cash flow basis. They still insist collaterals, land, building, machinery, which these small people cannot offer.
Dr. Baig, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.